I'll never be going live no more. But I got to like about good 10, 15 minutes of drafts right around the corner. I figure I'll go live and this damn hammer in the background going crazy when I come outside. But I'm going live. I don't really even got nothing to talk about. If we keeping it real, I just draft is Thursday. What's up, T Smooth? I think we're doing the final word tonight. We're doing draft. I'm really excited about that draft thing. Boss really hooked it up. He really hooked it up. It's gonna be tight. That draft show that we got popping, is gonna be hardcore. I'm gonna be honest with you. What up? 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 That draft show gonna be hard. Keystone, you know what's up. That draft show gonna be nice. The way he got it all set up and doing it. I'm actually going to be doing the Browns. I'm doing the AFC North, so I'm doing the Browns, the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Ravens. I'm doing the breakdowns for all of them. I've just been studying all the last week over them. I don't think I'm ready, so I'm excited for it. What up with your big time show? Action Pal, Thurston, Keystone, Darnell. Y'all know what it is, so I'm just excited about that. But I mean, what we talking about with these Cowboys? I mean, what's the thought pattern? What are y'all feeling? What are y'all feeling? What are y'all feeling? Is Cowboys gonna stay there? They're gonna move down? Or so many scenarios right now. So many scenarios. I'm gonna tell you what I don't want right now. I'm gonna tell you what I don't. I don't want no guard in the first round. No, you really get the reason why I'm saying like, why would they do guard? And I'm gonna keep it real, Thurston. That's just my squad. I have that natural pull to them. I ain't gonna lie, I do like Schottenheimer, but you still dealing with Steven. Jerry, just Jerry, but Steven's the one that's annoying me the most because he's part owner now. That's a scary thought. Um, yeah, big time. It's gonna be huge. I mean, I feel like to me, I don't want to get a guard. I mean, I don't want to get the offensive lineman in that 12th pick because McMillan was there. I ain't gonna be mad at that. I say he's ultimate, but should you pick him at 12? That's what I feel about McMillan. You know what I'm saying? But he can be a high end number two, where if McMillan turns up, he could be your true number one. And I think that's what you was thinking, oh, he gonna be the number one and he gonna be the actual number one. You get what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I stayed away from Ibuka from Ohio State. Not saying high end two. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what me with that. Yeah, there's definitely reasons why I don't believe. I don't trust him. I don't believe it. All that good stuff. But it is what it is. It's my squad. You know, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Just like when I did that interview with Mike Fisher about a month ago. He said there ain't nothing you can do with these Joneses. They ain't going nowhere. They're gonna be here for life. They're gonna outlive probably all of us. All them Joneses in the bloodline is staying here. And you got to overcome them because they're not changing their ways. You have to overcome them. Yeah, I did see that. What's up, Vondale? I did see Gilmore was at the Star. Um, Gilmore's what, 34? You bring him in on a one-year deal again? Okay. I ain't mad at that, but he's 34 now. Is he? He's a vet, yes. He's probably better than Asante Samuel, right? Even at 34. But why wouldn't you take a chance on that young guy? Is his injury report that bad or something? Nobody's touching Asante. That's really troublesome to me. But yeah, I seen Gilly. It's gonna be real interesting. The Raiders, the Bears, the Saints. Those are all names that could really snatch the McMillan. I ain't worried about Gentry because I don't want him. If they got Gentry, if he fell that far, I don't think he falls. Like you can really win without him. Like you can win games with him. You can win without him. Like he's not. Gentry is not he's not that deciding factor for me. He's not the wow factor. Like, oh, you get him on the team, everything changes your squad. No, I don't. I believe there's a lot of other running backs that your squad could be just as good with these other running backs and going for him. But I don't even think he's going to be there. I think where you're looking at is that McMillan in Jacksonville. You know what I mean? I don't see these guys taking a Matthew Golden. I'm cool with the receiver. What's up, dog?
Hey, Henry, I don't know if you know Henry. He's here to replace the light.
Me at don't get that receiver now. Get Buka. But my fear is I don't know what's going to happen down. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some teams, not Minnesota, Miami, Colts, Falcons for that edge guy, Bengals, Broncos, Steelers. All those guys are trade worthy. But you got to have one of the receivers. Like I've settled, in my opinion, on let's try to get that receiver now because I don't want to get no more developmental guys. I don't want to get a receiver in the third and then you developing him like you do in Mingo and Tolbert and Brooks and all. I don't want no developmental. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no developmental. I want a receiver that's a dog. Like when you drafted CD, you knew he was a dog. When you drafted CD, when he fell to you, you knew you drafted a dog. So you knew you were feeling good with that pairing because you felt like you got two number ones. That's what I want with this pick. If you're getting this receiver, I want a bona fide like number one to go with CD. I don't want no receiving the third round or the fifth round or like Flournoy and Mingo. And I don't want no guys like that. I want a guy that's going to hit the ground running. And then you figure them other young guys out. You get what I'm saying? And then my issue is I want picks. You know what I'm saying? My ultimate draft, I posted it about a couple months ago where I traded back twice and got to 24 and picked up Luther Burden because I feel like he'll be around there. I picked up Luther Burden. Then I went crazy. You know what I'm saying? I went and I love what I would have got Henderson in that second round. He was there. But I went and got two defensive tackles. Maybe Alfred Collins was too rich in the second round. He probably was because he's probably going to drop. But I know the Cowboys are going to get him if he's available. But I picked up Tyleik Williams and Alfred Collins. Then I came back around and got Savion Williams from TCU. And then I got Tootin from Virginia Tech. And then I got the kid from another cornerback. But now I've started thinking about it. I don't want no Savion Williams who's developmental. I don't want no receiver in the third round. I want a receiver in the first. And I want a dog. So if you ask me again, that's what I want. I want a receiver that's a dog. I want a number one about that. But yeah, I had to come back inside. You know what I mean? My Wi-Fi was acting up here at the job. Yeah, I feel you, Bear. You know what I mean? Draft week, you feel me? But I feel like we need to get that dog receiver. You know what I'm saying? We need to get that more than anything else. The dog receiver. That second round is debatable. That second and third round is where if let's say if you stay true and you don't trade because you know they already talked about trading down. I'm hoping they can trade down because if you trade down, I feel like you got to get a fourth round pick. Just like they did last year when they traded that fourth for Trey Lance and they got back in there, you got to get this fourth round pick. And to me, if you can add a second or a third this year, that's lovely. Because really, like I said, I get it. You need that offensive lineman because I've been hearing in the streets, watching in the streets, with Duke Mayweather when he was talking about Guyton. Me and my dog Lou Takes did a video, and I said this on these shows about Guyton. I said he can be really good, but it's up to him. I don't know if that dedication is there. You didn't hear about that with Tyler Smith. You didn't hear about that dedication with Cooper Beebe. Now you're hearing that with Tyler Guyton. He was, I'm playing left side. I'm go. Now we worry about dedication. Then he's a right, and he played on the left. And now you got Terrence Steele. So that's where the influx is. What's up? That's where the influx is. You know what I mean? So, BGJ hopes even don't try to get killed with the blue chip draft. And I don't know, dog. I just know, Lou, I know you like the big dog. I don't want him in the first round. I'm sorry. I get it. If they did, I ain't mad. But we need to address this receiver more than you need to touch that offensive line because you picked up some guys. And I know Brock Hoffman ain't got, but you picked up 3 guys. Let them guys fight it out. Get you another offensive lineman later on. You need to get this explosive receiver. Dak needs some weapons. This offense needs some weapons. You coming into a whole new offensive scheme. I know defense, but you got you need explosion on this offense. You need it now. You don't need to play no games with that no more, dog. And that's why I said that's if you stay true and you don't trade, and that second round pick is there. That's where I'm. Let's say if you got the golden order tech, you feel good, right? Second round, do you get that running back with that 44th pick? Do you get a defensive tackle? Because you need a defensive tackle, and it's a lot of good ones. You know what I'm saying? Do you go that route? That's what I'm kind of in the flux between this second and third round pick. If you get that receiver now, you know you're right. We need a corner. You're right. We definitely need a corner. Some people said Will Johnson. I don't want to do no Will Johnson at 12. No, I don't want to do that at all. Don't want to do that at all. He ain't even ran yet. You know what I'm saying? Did he go to the combine? And I think even on his pro day he didn't run. Yes. But you know what? I would love for them to get a Tyreek Williams, but would they do that at 44? I just feel like they ain't doing that. I don't even think he came in on for a 30 visit. I feel like they like Alfred Collins, and that's why I feel like they're going to go after Alfred Collins. I feel it in my bones that they're going after him. He was already a visit. They talked to him at the combine. He was already a visit. He's 6'6", 326 pounds. And I feel like they think they could get him later. And I think that's what they're going to hedge their bets on. I just don't feel like they're going to draft a defensive tackle in the second round. Not in my opinion. I heard Stephen Jones say there's a lot of good backs and we're going to touch one. I could see him if there's a good offensive lineman available at 44, maybe going that route if you got that receiver. Edge, but I don't think there's an edge guy you picking in the second round. I feel like in that second round, they're going to go after that running back or probably corner. I think that's where they might. I think the second round, Alfred going to slide. I think I want to see if they can get back in that fourth round because I feel like Collins is going to be around that fourth and fifth round now. I feel like he'll be around maybe fifth. So I feel like they could scoop him. He might be a guy that fell. So I just don't feel like – I feel like they're targeting him. And they're not going to address that defensive tackle position until late again. I just feel like the Cowboys aren't. You know what I mean? They're going to be hyping up Mysley. I don't want that. They need a dog right now. But me, I would go after that defensive tackle in the second round or the corner. But I still feel like you could get that running back. You could slide and get that running back in the third round. I know there's going to be a run on him, but I feel like you could get that running back in the third round. You need to get that front together. Yeah, like I said, I mentioned the Broncos, the Steelers. The Steelers, they really need a quarterback. Sanders is talking about sliding. They really need a quarterback. Broncos, I know they want a running back. I know they've been talking about Amarion Hampton, but you can forget that trade with Cortland Sutton. I've been hearing too many things like that's not going to work. So just forget about them trading with the Cortland Sutton thing. If they trade with Dallas, they ain't getting rid of Sutton because, dude, he's coming off where he's about to re-up on a new contract. I don't see the Cowboys paying no Cortland Sutton after they just got him from the outside, paying him big money. That's not happening, bro. If they trade, they're just going to trade the picks. They ain't getting rid of a player. Oh, I don't want to run him back in the fifth. I just don't think that's too much. Especially, I don't want to wait to the fifth. I don't want to wait to the fifth because I feel like the run of running backs after that first round is going to start. That run of running backs is going to be between that second and third round. I think the running back you could get in the fifth would be the Taj Brooks. That guy, the Texas Tech, the kid Devin Neal from Kansas. I think you'll get them type of guys. But are those going to be the type of guys that you really gonna make a difference for you? You get what I'm saying? I think we need a difference maker at running back as far as speed. Like that's why I said to Travion Henderson, if you got him. We need explosive at the receiver and the running back position. We need explosiveness. So I don't want to wait to the fifth. I feel like those explosiveness will be gone. Yeah, we need that fourth. I like Dylan Sampson. I think Dylan Sampson could be there. That's a gamble. I don't know if I want to take though to wait that long because you see when they waited that long on them running backs before when they got your boy Dukes Vaughn, they had a lot of good running backs. They waited to the sixth and they got wiped out. So that's why I don't want to do that. In these work streets, you know it. In these work streets, yeah, I know. We got it. That's why I said I'm with trade back because the picks between the third and the fifth that you're gonna miss if you don't have that fourth, I think is like 74 picks. You're gonna get wiped out. You saw it the year before when Cooper, if they didn't get back in that round, messing around with Cooper Beebe, boy, you saw the wipe out in this 75 picks. All the good players gonna be gone. That's why they gotta get this fourth. That's why I'm cool with trading back. And then they trade back last year. Dallas will trade back. I'm just hoping maybe somebody falls out of that first round where Dallas got a bargaining chip. You know what I'm saying? Where somebody get a little desperate and then they can use that as the chip. Because this ain't the top heavy draft. You feel what I'm saying? So since it ain't the top heavy draft, and unless one of those who's who guys fall out of the top 10, I could see a lot of teams staying put. Like, we could get this guy. So that's why I worry about how the trade back falls because I don't think this is the top heavy draft where you got them just guys. And I just feel like those guys aren't going to fall. Maybe like the kid, the tight end from Penn State, Warren or Cortland. Maybe one of those oozes you want to move up, but that's what I worry about. If one of these major guys don't really fall to top 10, who's really going to trade up? They feel like those guys might fall, and I don't have to do it. I'm streaming. I'm streaming with the guys. I'm gonna be. We having a fire ass content draft create. Boss outdid himself. We're doing all teams. We doing Cowboys for sure, but I'm doing the Bengals, the Browns, the Steelers, and the Ravens. I'm doing breaking down all their drafts and whatever. So I've been on my study. Just make sure you check my. It'll be streaming on my channel, but it's gonna be fire. Boss outdid himself. Outdid himself. If the Michigan defensive talk falls, are you taking him or trading back? Ooh. uh, is all the receivers gone? Is McMillan gone? Is Golden gone? Is all them guys gone? And that's where you have to let me know if all them guys are gone. I'm scared of Michigan players. I ain't gonna lie. He's a run stopper though. I don't know if I would do that at 12. I don't know. Well, here's another thing, Payne. I said Cowboys need to be a farm team. This is the year that Ohio State need to be like the Cowboys farm team. The way the Eagles went hard with Georgia, the way they went hard with Georgia and got all them players and made a difference. Dallas number one needed to be a farm team. I'm right down the street from OSU, Iowa. I'm right down the street from OSU. They need to make this a farm system. Ohio State steady puts out them players, and this might be the year. They might tie the record with Georgia having 15 players drafted. So I feel like you really need to load up on some Ohio State Buckeyes this year. They come to the NFL. They come to the NFL prepared. They come to the NFL ready, and they're going to hit the ground running. That's why I feel like you really need to attack them. Man, I ain't messing with him unless he's like a seventh rounder. Tyleek Williams. That's who I want, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to be tough because that's why I said, man, them first three picks, Cowboys got to really nail them. That's why I just feel like the pressure of those three picks, that's why I feel like you got to trade back. And that's why you got to turn up in the free agency, not turn up, but they didn't do bad this year. But this first three picks are going to be critical in my opinion. So we'll see what happens. I'm about to get off here. I just wanted to go live right quick, talk to y'all. We're gonna be talking more about tonight on the final word. I believe that's popping tonight, and then just make sure you stay tuned. We might be getting a burgers and blitzes going on before the draft. I talked to Mike. We trying to get one in before the draft, but that draft show, please, each and every one of y'all, that draft show, please, please, please check out that draft show. It's gonna be fire. Boss outdid himself. I'm trying to tell y'all, Boss outdid himself, dog. Like he really did. Like Boss is the man in these streets. That's my dog. He is like he's like Magic Johnson, the point guard. He just really runs this dog. Like he runs this perfectly, and he really set the play up perfectly on his draft show. So you've seen draft shows before that we've done. He outdid himself. So please check out all our channels. This draft show, it's gonna be like no other. And we breaking down all teams. You feel me? It's gonna be live. It's gonna be like NFL-ish. I'm keeping it real. But yes, Cowboys War Room tonight. We talking about it. Hit that draft show all them days. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be out of this world. It's gonna be crazy. I'm excited about it because I know what Boss about to do. So I appreciate y'all. Just want to jump out here and jump in these work streets and these draft streets and all them streets. Make sure I got my dog B Tuck coming on this week. We're gonna talk draft with him, the defensive lineman. Me and Star getting the Star Show, the big Star Show popping next week after the draft. We getting it in. So just make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you know what's going down. I gotta get back to work. Talk to y'all soon. Love y'all. Peace.